Oh. Okay, we're good. Hello and welcome. My name is Chrono, and today we are going to be reviewing a set that I've had on my shelf, waiting for me to record it. And yeah, I'm actually contemplating whether or not to do other recordings and get those out of the way, because some of the stuff I modded, and I did say that I wanted to review those things, but there's a lot of stuff that's going on right now. If you saw the last video before this one, you already know what's coming. But yeah, we have the UCS Droideka. I love this thing. Oh, there's a piece from the last recording that was there. But yeah. This is an amazing set. Now, as always, I'm going to talk about this thing, provide a little bit of lore, provide a bit of detail regarding this thing, as well as list the pros and cons of this thing, as usual. This is a set that I have had for a while now, and I'm seeing more signs of it because apparently, somehow, I don't know how, you have hair that's somehow gotten stuck. I don't know if I was handling this thing and in the midst of that, a piece of hair got stuck in my hand and then got stuck. I don't know. Whatever. Not my problem. It's good. I cleaned it. Whatever. Hibited. Whatever. Now, this was a set that was made. I don't know if it's still going to be available, but if it is, grab one of these because this is actually pretty cool. When you get this thing, it comes with the following. It comes with the usual stand and plaque, but this also comes with a 25-year anniversary thing for the set. There is also this thing. I'm going to be honest, I'm not too jazzed about this. And I did modify it too to make it look a little bit better, but still... Now, actually, you know what? Yeah, no, considering this, how I feel about this one, I will actually get this part out of the way, because this is a bit of a con for me. This is the major con factor here. This is the minifigure scale build. Again, this is modified. I did change it compared to what it normally looks, because if you look in the box and you look in the other stuff for this, you're going to notice it looks a little bit different. I actually went on Rebrickable to look up instructions on custom Droidekas at the time, and I actually found this. So I was bored, and I did it. I was like, you know what, this looks simple. I have the parts, might as well do it. So I did, and here we are. It looks a little better, but I know it could be much, much better than what it currently is right now. But aside from that, that's around the point where the comparison ends, unlike the cons. But I will bring up another thing. I will bring this guy out from the last one. I still love this guy. This is a custom one. This is Lego. One of these is not like the others, and one of these is significantly better. What's more, this one can actually roll up into a ball, which is really cool. This one cannot. Pain. Lots of pain. And what's more, again, I will demo. So you just fold the legs and just do that, and there it goes. It's in its ball form. I love that detail so much. I am disappointed that they could have done something like this, because this is actually a pretty decent and not really that complicated of a build to do. This could be easily done. Lego just did not do, which is unfortunate. And I feel like if they did, there'd be even more love for this set. But yeah, I'm going to leave this guy here in the corner. He's not part of this thing. He's just a thing that I want to compare. But yeah, now this guy, he goes right here. Whatever. Now, if you want to pause this, feel free to do so. but I will also read out for those who can't read well. Yeah, because sometimes my camera's a bit iffy. This is a Droideka made by the manufacturers of the Colicoid Creation Nest. The affiliation is to the Trade Federation, aka the Confederacy of Independent Systems, aka the Separatists. They are armed with 2 twin blaster cannons, a deflector shield generator, and it has a height of 1.83 meters. Beautiful stuff. I'm going to put this aside from here for now. Now then, let's get to the review, right? Actually, you know what? I'll bring up another comparison just before. So, to put things into perspective, I believe 1.83 meters is around 6 feet, give or take. This is a custom Count Dooku minifigure. Hold on. This is the thing. You'll notice all three, wait. You'll notice the size of these guys is roughly the same. Here's the funny thing. This is the custom one. It's actually scale, which is beautiful. If I didn't mention that in the last video, I apologize. These guys are actually scaled, and that's really, really cool. But yeah, this is the official one. So I will give them credit a little bit because they did kind of get it in scale. It's just they still could have executed this better with the minifig for this thing. But yeah. Okay. All right. So that is everything that I'm going to list off about the minifig stuff. And I will just keep this guy here for comparison. But yeah, let's get into this thing, right? This is a beautiful set. I love the detail on this thing because, my God, this is just like a statue. The amount of detail here is impressive. There's stickers here. Wish there weren't. Oh boy, I was not careful and a piece popped off. It's good, it's set. We're fine. Oh boy. But yeah. So, actually, I am forgetting about the other con. So, the other con that I have with this set is that there are stickers. I have a problem with stickers. It's just how I am. There are points where I know that Lego has made printed pieces compared to sticker pieces, and I'm gonna be a bit annoyed with that thing, especially depending on the set that you get it from, because you could have like a really expensive set that's gonna kind of be considered expensive. So having it when you have a set like that and you have stickers, it's gonna be cause for issues. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be a thing. But yeah, so there's some stickers here for here. There are some stickers here on these panels here. And there's some stickers on the arms. But yeah, again, this is beautifully well detailed for what it is. And pretty sturdy to boot. I know there was a point in like the last video where I briefly showed this thing on camera to kind of provide a little thing, because I was making a comparison of this minifigure build to this minifigure build when I was reviewing them, and I accidentally grabbed this by, I'm actually not going to want to grab it by it too much, but I think I grabbed it from here, and then I just swung it over onto the cam, like into view, and it just popped off. And I was like, bit of an embarrassing moment, but hey, that's on me because hey, when it comes to Lego collectors like myself, we all have this understanding that when it comes to handling Lego, you do want to be careful because it's Lego, it can be sturdy, but at the same time, whether or not that thing stays intact is completely based on whether or not you are being stupid and handling it, or careful or not. That's the main factor there. So yeah, this is a pretty sturdy thing. as long as you're not being stupid with it, like I was during that brief moment. And yeah. Now, the details on this is impeccable. From the wiring, the cables, and all that whatnot, to the little nooks and... I don't know if that's gonna register on camera, but it literally... Hold on, can I do it again? Yep, kind of. Congratulations, whenever you get this thing, and depending on what surfaces you put it on, you get to recreate the squeaky chair noise with the legs. Alright. But yeah. Now, one of the features that they did do is they made it so you'll notice that there's a wiggle here. That's not a thing like, oh, they just screwed up with that. Oh, they did something like dumb. No, this is a feature because this is supposed to simulate when they shoot their guns. Each arm like goes back from the recoil and it allows it to go and keep doing the thing. So when it's shooting, it does that. I love that detail. It's really nice. Another bit of detail is the photoreceptors. Here, those little red dots. Fun fact. The part usage here that they did for this is incredible because these are pieces of lipstick. These are Lego pieces. These are Lego lipstick pieces. I think that's clever. I think that's funny. I think that's amazing. And they just did that. And look, that is gorgeous. That is incredible. Now, they did... Oh, I'm always going to be careful with this, just in case. There is a decent amount of posability with this to try and make sure it does what you want it to do and try to get it to look like it's supposed to within the lore and in the media for this. And I love how well they did that. Especially because of how they did this. They've also managed to do another thing. Sorry, I noticed that I had it out of place, so I was like, whatever. I love how they have another major feature in this thing that is another selling point that they add for this. Because of the fact that this is a UCS, they're going to try and put as much detail as they can into the thing, but also try and make it be a really nice display piece. So, of course they made it so that way you could roll this thing up into a ball like it does in the media. Don't worry, I'm going to do that. So, the way it works, and unfortunately this is a bit of a annoying thing, and I feel like it also has a super simple fix, but I would be careful with it, mind you. So, as you can see, the connection point here for these parts is like so. Now, if you know what piece I'm referring to, that little blue one that has one of these ends, but more of a circular end on one side, and then this end at another one, right? You get one of those pieces, and the point where it connects like so, you slot that in here and replace that. You could make it so that way, instead of having to go and slide this in or remove it to do this part, you could just rotate it like so. You'd be fine. That's if you are willing to spend the time to do this thing, because this is something that you might want to be careful of, because whether or not that's going to make it more stable is a matter of concern. I might do it, I might not. I don't know. But yeah. Right, where were we? Right, we were doing this. So actually, hold on. Let me actually convert this into its rolling form like it does. So I believe, first things first, now these two parts here, these don't actually move. These are supposed to be connected to this, but given the fact that this is Lego and the amount of detail and how they were doing that, there is some kind of stuff that you have to do and set up in a way to actually simulate stuff, you know? So you just fold up the arms like so. So it should be like that. And then you're going to pull this back, pull that back down a little bit further, and then you're gonna adjust this, this, maybe, yeah. Oh, accidentally undid the piece. Okay, so that's good. And then you're going to take that piece off, rotate it, and then also shift this one down. You're going to remove this leg, rotate this, and then remove this leg, rotate it, and then boom. Congratulations! You now have a Droideka in its ball form, which is also the same state that these droids will remain in when they're deactivated. Now, given that this is a UCS thing, and there are some points that they couldn't quite get it to go exactly like it, it's understandable that they did what they did to get it to go. Right? Now, again, this minifigure thing, I'm not going to care to put it into view too much because I don't really care about this one that much. Can't do that thing, which sucks. This one can. I'm glad I got this before I decided to do this recording, because I will always be happy to use it as a reference, because they are very similar with how they curl up into a ball like they do in the media, which is really cool. Just let me just get this back up and set up again. I'm really not going to get tired of this being just beautiful. I love this thing. Really glad I got this before I did a review of this. I'm really thankful that these got back in stock, because I was not able to buy these things because they were not available for a while, because some people just decided, hey, we're going to just go and get this. Granted, I don't blame them. It's a beautiful little minifig, but yeah. Sorry, I'm blabbing about this thing. I'm still excited about this from the last video. Leave me be. Don't mind me. This is still this thing's show, but this is also the same kind of droid. But yeah, this is the... Now, this is a beautiful set. And I know there's some people that are going to have some issues with some of the things, one of which being the minifigure for this build. I don't blame you. For those of you who are watching and have understanding regarding this thing, know that I understand the complaints, especially understand the complaints when you see the fact that I have this thing. Yeah, no, like, I get it completely, don't worry. But this build right here is still a beautiful set. In fact, another buddy of mine actually has this set as well. He keeps his in its ball form on display. I don't do that. That's not how I roll. I just realized what pun I accidentally made. I am sorry. That is not what I meant. Ah! Work it. I feel so ashamed. Ah! Dang it. All right. Let me just get this back up into its like active form, because I am going to put this back on display in my room after this recording. But yeah, in conclusion, for the set, if you want to get one of these for when you want to have something on display and it's something cool, a really nice decorative piece, I don't know, I would definitely make sure you get one of these. Especially try to make sure if you can get one of these while you still can, because I know that they are going to retire the set at some point, and depending on when you view this video, it's possible that it's already been retired. If that is the case, I apologize for you. However, there are other options. But again, this is still a beautiful set. I still think that LEGO did an amazing job with making this set. I do have my gripes regarding the stickers and the minifigure, but this is still a beautiful set. I'd highly recommend getting it. And for the price, it's not too bad, actually. I mean, granted, there is some understanding that, yeah, no, this could be a bit less expensive. I want to take a guess and say this is around $60, give or take. It could be worse, right? It could be worse. But yeah, this is still a really cool set. I'm happy to have it in my collection, and I'm happy I was able to share it with you. So, I'm going to wrap this up now. Thank you all for watching the video. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, notification bell so you can get notifications when you watch this channel. And please leave a comment of anything you want to talk about in regards to this set, anything you want me to review in the future. And yeah, that's about it for this one. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will see you all in the next video. Ta-ta.